So, good morning from Texas, Rupert here. Hi, wearing my Hill Country Christian School Rams, Mighty Rams t-shirt. So, quick talk to you this morning. This is going on my Training with Roo page and LinkedIn and all those other good things. Yesterday, I had a friend request from a young fella, wanted to share his motivational videos with me. So I went and had a look at his little profile page, and I found out that he was a relatively young man, only recently left school, been nowhere, done nothing, and he wants to have a career in motivational speaking. Which I applaud him for, totally. The trouble is, that's not really necessarily going to work for me because I'm old and I've been around. I've kind of hunted on 6 continents. I've been married. I've drunk more beer than him. I've had more fights than him. I'm a champion strength athlete, or I used to be, and I've kind of been around. So there's not very much that this fella's going to be able to say to me that's going to motivate a guy who is a self-motivated individual. And I'm sorry to put it that way. It's just, go and pursue your dream. But really, you're probably looking at the wrong audience when you're looking at a fella like me. So let's talk about motivation, because I keep talking about getting outdoors and going outside and so on, and I wanted to just share something with you, because I am the original workaholic. I really am. And this year has been kind of like a tough year for me. Probably won't know this, but closing my little business here in Texas broke my heart, really did. Anybody who knows me knows that was my heart's desire. So to have to close that and now be dealing with lawyers and litigation and kind of, one creditor wants my eyes, another one wants a kidney, and somebody wants my lungs, and they're all like chewing over money that I don't have. And so this is at the same time that my father's died, and because the immigration services here are so behind with their paperwork, I wasn't even able to go and see my dad before he passed. Not only that, he's being buried on Friday and I can't go to the funeral. Kind of hard to laugh that off, really, but that's just the life I'm in, and you know what, it's just, I'm not second guessing, it's just how it is. So it would be easy to be despondent, wouldn't it? Earlier this year I was looking down both barrels of divorce as well, and that would have resulted in homelessness and probably deportation. And it's not for the sake of me putting all the paperwork in, it's just how life is. And yet here I am. And thankfully my marriage is back on track, and I'm here with the woman that I love, and we're getting our lives back together again, and that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. That flies. So anyway, motivation, let's talk about that. One of the people who motivates me most is a fella called Schwarzenegger. You may have heard of him, big Austrian fella, kind of bit muscly, I'll be back, and all that kind of stuff. And he has videos talking about the 6 habits, the 6 habits of successful people and what it takes to be a success here in these United States. And one of them is like, if you're sleeping 8 hours a day, my advice to you is sleep faster. And he tells us all that we should be working 7 days a week and working 18 hours a day. And the trouble is, he's wrong. Because, that might have worked for you when you were 18 or 20 or 25, Arnold, but now that you're an older fella like me, we have a life and we have to have a balance. And when it comes to motivation, actually being outside for me is a big motivator. It just is. It kind of grounds me, it gets me back to nature, and it starts to put things into perspective for me about what's really important in my life. As you can see, I'm outside today. I've got no shoes on, I've got the dirt between my toes, and it really works for me. It works for me on every level. And I wanted to just share something with you. When I first got back from Namibia, I saw my cousin. We were at the football, funny enough. We were at the Arsenal. And he kept looking at me going, oh, what's that on your face? What's that on your face? And he kept looking at me like that. I'm like, what is it? Was it like tomato ketchup or something like that? And he said, no. He said, it's a smile. He said, I've not seen you smile like that for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. That's because I'd been working my arse off in jobs where really I was just wasting my time, really. Working my arse off for companies that didn't necessarily appreciate me, and I'd done so at the expense of my health and the expense of having actually a balance in my life. Which is why I keep banging on about getting outdoors, okay? Getting outdoors and enjoying life, because there has to be a balance. Because no matter what life throws at you, we're not going to survive it, but while we're here and in the here and now, we have to make the best of what we've got. No matter how bad that gets, we still have to make the best of things in order to move forward. And you have to be thankful for what you've got too. And here I am on a beautiful day, and I'm thinking I've got the Kinks song in the background, about lazing on a sunny afternoon. I've got a wife that loves me. I've got a pair of dogs that are howling to be outside with me. I've got a decent job with a fantastic company that have prepared to take a gamble on an old Englishman, I nearly said bastard then, on an old guy like me to come and sell RVs for them. I've got some things that are going my way. I've got some things that aren't quite going my way as well, but that's just life, life is a balance, and in order for me to have a balance in my life, getting outside is a big part of that. So, if you find that things aren't really quite going your way, America's a huge place. There's parks and gardens and all kinds of places that you can go. You've got back gardens and all that kind of stuff. Get outside, see a bit of balance in your life, get the dirt between your toes, maybe plant some plants, plant some seeds, and just enjoy what you've got. Don't look to motivational speakers all the time. What do they know? What do I know? What does anybody know? All I know is this. It's my day off today, and I'm going to be outside in the garden in the sunshine here in Texas, and I love you all. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, yeah?